What's going on, guys? My name's Ova, and this is episode 4 of the Supreme One Chunk Iron Man. In the last episode, I completed most of the tasks, and all we're left with now are just sort of the longer ones, for example the thieving grind. Not only do I need to pickpocket master farmers for a torso seed, which has a drop rate of 1 in 105,000 with my current farming level, I'll also need to get the Rocky Pet, which has a 1 in 257,000 drop rate from master farmers, or a 1 in 124,000 drop rate from either the cake or fruit stalls. Another large task in my chunk is the magic grind, where I'll have to get up to 79 magic to cast Entangle, which on its own doesn't sound like that bad of a task, until you realise the only spells you can cast are strikes and bolts, and the only way to get air runes is from guards and mine runes from men, both at a drop rate of 1 in 64. And the final task I have, which is probably the easiest out of the three, is the cooking task, which I'll have to get up to 95 cooking. This one isn't as bad as the other two, as it doesn't really require any luck, and all of the items can just be bought from the shop. The plan for magic and thieving is fairly similar. I'll be doing either combat for runes or pickpocketing farmers for the seed drop until I run out of food, and then cook up 1,000 apple pies and sort of just repeat that process. The reason I'm using apple pies instead of the original idea of stews is due to the fact that I'd only need to cook around 65,000 apple pies to get from level 58 to 95. But I'd have to cook around 58,000 stews. Sounds like less, but I'd have to cook 58,000 meat for those stews, totaling to around 116,000 items cooked. I think that's been enough yapping from me for an intro, so we'll just get started on the video. Let me know if you'd prefer more intros like this, or if you'd prefer sort of a more laid-back version for intros, kind of like the previous episodes. So I just deposited all my stuff from stealing from the Master Farmer for a little bit. Turns out I actually got the Lantern seed, which is a chunk task. It had a drop rate of 1 in 4,000, so pretty lucky for that one. And I only need to get 2 more seeds from the Master Farmers now. The Snapdragon seed and the Torso seed, both of which are affected by your farming level. So currently for me, my farming level's 2, so the Snapdragon seed is a 1 in 21,000, and the Torso seed is a 1 in 105,000. If I can get to level 10 farming just through lamps, the Snapdragon seed and the Torso seed drop rate's pretty much half. So the Snapdragon seed goes down to 1 in 10,000, and the Torso goes down to 1 in 52,000. So pretty much, most likely for the rest of this chunk, I'm just going to put all of my XP lamps into farming. I was originally putting them into construction, but I do still have at least another chunk to roll before I get to that. I have now officially done 5,000 Master Farmers. We have a look on the Runelight tab. There it is, 5,000. That's what the tab is looking like. I'm going to switch to Guards for a little bit, get that up to about 5,000 as well, and then go back onto Master Farmers and just do them 1,000 at a time. Just so it's like not repetitive for me. And this should be 41 prayer. I did actually record number 40, or level 40 prayer, but I had the Runelight screen open, so I guess we'll just sort of settle for 41. Only 2 more levels, and then I can get Protect from melee, which would be pretty nice. I think that's another 2,000 bones though, so gonna take a while to get that. Oh, just finished killing some gangsters. I actually got a black skimmy, but I didn't show it. I was going to set up the replay buffer thing, but it was set on a different screen, so couldn't show the kill for that. I guess I can show it here, though, if we go in our drops tab. So that's currently what the tab is looking like. So yeah, there's the black skimmy. These are actually really good for money, to be honest, so I'm going to try and do it as much as I can. I've officially killed 5,000 guards. There's the tab. 5,000 guards. Pretty decent. So I think the plan for now is to pickpocket 1,000 Master Farmers, and then I'll do another 1,000 guards after that. I don't think I'll show any like milestones. Unless I get to 100,000, then I'll probably show that. And obviously I'll show if I get any levels, so next one will probably be 60 thieving. But yeah, we'll sort of crack on. Kinda missed it, but there's 60 thieving. Very cool. And that is 43 prayer. Let me sit up properly. Yeah, 43 prayer, which means I can actually use Protect from melee, which is very nice. Got a mystery box from a quiz. See if we get anything decent. A lamp. I will happily take a lamp. Obviously, that's going in farming. I'm up to 5 farming now, which is pretty good. So, drop rate should be pretty decent on the seeds. Hey, there we go. And Soldier Unicorn Head. Finally got that one. That's supposed to be a 1 in 35, and I got it at 1 in... Well, I got it on 67. We have a look over there. Look at that. Unicorn number 67. It's probably best for show like this one or something. There we go. Very nice. I thought it was a couple of lamps off this, but there's 10 farming from a knowledge book, which is pretty good. Red berry bushes, but the main thing is my drop rate has now halved for the seeds, so should be very easy to get that. Okay, so after these 2 bones that I'm going to bury, 1 and 2, that is 45 prayer. Very nice. Still need quite a few bones for 52 for the end goal, but 45 is pretty decent. Kind of missed it. 60 HP though. Very nice. This is what the stats are now looking like. And not that far off 70 strength, to be fair. That'll probably be the next level. But I've nearly done 6,000 guards. Hey, there it is, the Snapdragon Seed. Which is a 1 in 10,000 drop rate for me. Very nice. I just need the Torso Seed, and then obviously Rocky Pet. But very nice to actually get that one. This should be, any second, 70 strength. Very nice. Very strong. That's actually a requirement for Direct X when I get that. Probably sometime next year. This should be, any second, 60 cooking. Very nice. I don't think that unlocks anything for me at the moment. Mushroom pie, I don't think I can even do. Curry, I can't do. But 60 cooking, pretty nice. Obviously, the end goal is 95, so it's going to take a few more, probably weeks, but we'll keep cooking. Just done another farming lamp, and this should be 20 farming. Very nice. I can do sweet corn when I eventually get to the chunks south of me, which should be pretty nice. But it's also increased the drop rate for the seeds, which is the main thing for that. Okay, that's 10,000 farmers done, which is pretty insane. Go ahead and show that. Is it this one? Yes. So 10,000 farmers. I said I wasn't gonna show each milestone, but I want to get this video out, so I'm just gonna include them. 10,000 master farmers. I'm gonna do 10,000 guards next. Kind of missed it, but I have now killed 10,000 guards, which we can probably show somewhere. Is it this one? There we go. Cool. 10,000 guards. That's what it's looking like. Apparently, I've had 40k cash, which is pretty nice. Don't know how much I actually have in the bank, but I've just been spending it on apple pies and stuff like that. Well, the stuff for apple pies. So I've got 8k at the moment. I keep getting to about 10k and then spending it. But yeah, we're just gonna carry on. I think next milestone will probably be 25,000. Hopefully I don't get to that on the Master Farmers. I'm hoping to just complete Master Farmers before I hit 25k. But we'll see what happens. Kind of missed it because I had no clue it was coming up. 48 prayer. Very cool. Just going to do a few more of these. I'm on 10,919 guards. I'm going to get to about 11,000, I think. So I'm going to call it here. Nothing interesting really happening at the moment. I was going to end it on 11,000 guard kills, which I'm now on 11,019, 11,020 after this one. But I tried doing an outro and I didn't like how it was. I think I was repeating myself a bit too often, so we'll try and do another one. But yeah, I'm going to call it here because my last upload was like 2 months ago, so kind of want to just get something out at the moment. And I think I'm going to start doing it on the 25th of each month, So I'll have like a new one of these on the 25th of each month. I think if I have too many clips, I'll probably do a couple in the same month. So for example, if I unlock a new chunk, I'll most likely record a ton of stuff in that, and then I might do 2 uploads in the same month. Otherwise, it'll be the 25th of each month. But yeah, I think I said earlier as well, I'm not going to show, like, well, I wasn't going to show every little milestone. Like, for example, last one was 10,000 guards, the next one would have been 25,000 guards. I think I'll probably just do every 1,000, just because then at least I have a bit more to work with. I can always just not add it if I end up having too much and then cut certain stuff out. It's better than not having enough, because this is only like 10 minutes long, and I would have liked it to be about 20, but we'll see. It might end up being better, who knows. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. If you have any feedback, let me know. I've been reading a lot of the comments, which is why I'm trying to make this one a bit better than last one. That's kind of the goal for each of these. I want each one to be a bit better than last time. And obviously, editing and stuff, I'll learn along the way. But yeah, any feedback, let me know. And I'll see you guys probably next month, unless something interesting happens. Or I might start a new series, who knows. If not, see you guys next month.